How y'all doing? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let me send this live to our special guest. Hey, Papa. Papa. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so Don Edits is coming in. Welcome in. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking. Just fixing this camera.
I know, right? Mine's struggling too.
It's an uphill battle for me. Oh my gosh, I've never struggled like that before. So tell us who you are.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good placement. Okay, this is good. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Kayla Plush. I own Dawn Edits and Designs Company. I'm a graphic designer and I'm also a full-time college student at the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. So I'm from the DMV area. I'm trying to think what else. I guess that's like basic information about me.
Okay, it was the illustrious for me. Okay.
Yes, today
So,
was actually the first day of classes, so I'm still in the school spirit.
okay. So wait, what year are you in?
I'm a junior.
Junior. Okay. So are
Yes.
you like in a sorority or anything? Okay.
No.
Okay. The illustrious. The
Yeah, but I
illustrious gave me
think
a little something.
my mom's a Delta, so I think yeah, happy belated Founders Day.
Okay. She knows how it is.
uh-huh.
Period. Okay. Okay, cool. So tell us what you do.
Okay, so I'm a graphic designer. I specialize with working with upcoming and established business owners. I create logos, help with brand identity. I do digital marketing when it comes to like content, social media management, website design, all those things. So I really just specialize. My main clientele, it comes from like the beauty industry, but I also work with like different industries like sports, restaurants, things like that. So.
Nice, nice. Okay, okay, period. Speaking of brand identity, I just did a reel on that.
Uh-huh.
I really feel like my content is getting clearer and clearer. So
Hmm.
like, how do you decide what to talk about in your content?
Um, that's a good question. I feel like I haven't fully like had a set like a set thing. It's like if it pop up in my head, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna do some content on this. It's more so like kind of what comes to me. I like to go with the flow, but kind of structure it in a way. But mainly, I like to just go with the
Go
flow.
with
To be honest,
the flow. Okay,
yeah.
okay, period. I think I was overthinking it for a long time.
Yeah.
So go with the
Yeah.
flow. Yeah, like just getting on here. Like last week, I just got so frustrated because I was doing a project and I'm like, okay, send me everybody headshots. These
Hmm.
people look. Sorry to who the client was. These people, these people sent these small pictures, just
Oh,
they
oh
head,
my gosh.
black and white. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this? So I got
Mm-hmm.
so frustrated. I was like, I'm about to put this in the content because those people already had jobs. But if you don't have clients coming in or you don't have a job, having a headshot that looks like that or sending a regular picture as a headshot is
Yeah. It's
crazy.
so acceptable. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it don't.
So
It's literally like you could get the little likes that's going viral on Amazon. Do that. Have somebody take your picture. Just wear something. Like a. It don't really even have to be the bottom. It's just to make sure your top is presentable, and then you're good.
exactly. And so some people don't know that though. So when I think about it, I didn't know this until like shoot, was it a year ago? No, not a year. It was like okay, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Let me be honest. 2 or 3 years ago, I took some pictures at an event, and
Uh-huh.
thank God I'm cute. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Count the word pretty, y'all. And so I took these pictures and it became like my brand picture. So from 3 years ago, I kept going. And then so it was like a year ago to where I was like, oh, I need to hire somebody. Like, I'm tired of using the same picture. I need to,
over and over. Yep.
official headshot. You know what I'm saying? So since then, y'all can see the picture, okay? So yeah, so take that advice, y'all. Don't just listen to this, okay?
For real.
And make sure you share this live with 5 people, okay? Comment done so we can shout you out. We would help impact others. This interview gets your juices flowing. So imagine being at an event, being in the room, and that gets your juices flowing. Well, this interview is something like that. It's 2 entrepreneurs, okay, 2 college people. Okay, you might get anything up in here, okay? So what made you get started in this career field?
Okay, never in a million years would I be seeing myself doing this, like, at all. Like, when I started doing graphics, I didn't even know what graphics was. I was just doing it. I didn't really know the background and how, like, it's literally everywhere. Like, pick up a water bottle, like, a logo is on there. Like, it made me look at life so differently. But I started my business May 2020 during quarantine. I was doing YouTube intros and outros and stuff. And then it just started to transition over when I realized, like, this is not, really, really what I wanted to do. Because intros and outros, people think it's all quick and easy, but it's very time consuming. And one day I had got a client who reached out to me and asked me, like, hey, you make logos. And in my head, I'm like, there's no logos on my page. But the type person I am, I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I could do something. Because I was doing, using different softwares anyway. So I was like, maybe I could figure something out. And I ended up doing it, and she loved it. So that's when I added the logos onto my services. Then I added on flyers next. Then I did business cards. And then as I added on other, like, business essentials, I started to take off the YouTube stuff. And here I am now. I do not like doing YouTube things at all. I have loyal clients who reach out to me. I do, like, little banners and stuff for them, but I'm not doing no intro, no outro. Like, I leave that up for the professionals, because that industry changed a lot. Like, the intros and outros are way more professional and way more strategic now than how they were with YouTube a couple years ago. So
Wow, yeah. So like I definitely agree. Like the stuff you like to do, the stuff you love to do, that's cool. The stuff you don't like, oh, I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
It's 2024, y'all. Okay.
Yeah. I would say that's probably, like, the biggest thing of being an entrepreneur, like learning what you do and don't like. Because being an entrepreneur, yes, everyone says, like, oh, okay, we make our own schedule. We could kind of do what we want. But at the end of the day, we have to hold our own self accountable to whatever we're doing. So if you're not doing something that you like to do, or, like, establish that and identify that, but just do it temporarily. Don't, drag it out, because once you know it, you're going to start being lackadaisical with your clients or customers, and then that's tarnishing you as an individual. So say, for instance, you said, forget that business, you want to start another one. All that from your old business is going to carry right along. So
Exactly. Thank you for sharing, Miss Seals and Nina. Thank you guys for being on here. So I just got to shout the people out. Nina, Destiny, Jim Grind Gold, Sakina, Gavion, and Shady Mansion. What's shady about the mansion? Just let me know. But let's see. Less what you do and don't like as an entrepreneur. Yes, exactly. That's what y'all got to know. So what I would tell y'all is, let me see, hold on. What's the most fun part about what you do?
The most fun part, I feel like the most fun part is just being able to start with a canvas, like an empty canvas, and then turn it into something. I feel like there's nothing more rewarding than literally looking. I work in Photoshop, so looking at a blank artboard, and it's just blank. And then once I'm just doing what I do, and then it turns into something. So I feel like that's very rewarding. And then I feel like being able to impact businesses all over is definitely rewarding as well, because as a graphic designer, our platform is digital, it's digital services, so we don't have to just work with people in our area. So I feel like that as well is very rewarding.
Yeah, that's good. Like, so as a branding specialist, like, when I see somebody's product, it's like, what? Like, it's like this could be on the shelf at Walmart, and I created this.
Yeah.
The branding on it, like, wow.
Yeah.
So I agree with you for sure. And so what I'll tell y'all is, if y'all need to learn about branding or content or what we're talking about, make sure you come to the intensive next Saturday. Okay. Wait, what's you're in Georgia? Is that where you
Yes.
at? Dang.
I
Too far.
know. Where are you located?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
see, that's why I love this though. Like, we're able to connect and and be in two totally different states. But definitely.
Right. So if you're in the Dayton, Ohio area, or in the surrounding states, come to the event. Comment the word pretty. Okay. We teach you about content. Have you heard of the king of content?
Why does that sound so familiar?
His name is Dontel Antonio, but he's out there by you. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I was like, his name sounds so familiar. I'm a visual person though. Like, I could, I would be like, oh, I know you, but don't know your name. But I know you from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sure there'll be an event out there someday. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm like, hey, bro. So is your actual name Don, or is it just?
No, okay, yes and no. Okay. My name is Kayla. My middle name is Dawn.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of my clients will reach out and be like, hey Dawn, and then when I like in my email, in my signature, I put Kayla Dawn. So they be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. I'm like, y'all, it's fine. I chose my business name. I knew what was gonna come with it. So
I like it though.
Thank
you. It sounds good. It sounds good. So because like Kayla Edits is something totally different. Yeah. Yeah. So what's the hardest thing about what you do?
It's a few, but I'm only gonna name one. The hardest thing, I would say, overcoming creative block. I feel like it's gonna happen. It happens to everybody. I don't care what nobody say. It happens to everybody. It's gonna be moments where you're just like, what do I do? Like, even if the client gives you a concept, you still stuck. You could get stuck easily. So I feel like overcoming creative block is probably the hardest thing. But I've learned like different techniques that help me, like getting out the house. Like today, I went to 3 coffee shops just to stay motivated throughout the day. So I feel like changing your scenery around can help with that. And then also just like giving yourself breaks. Like I know me, if I'm doing if I know I have a full day of designs, I'm gonna do like 2 designs, then I'm gonna watch one of my favorite episodes from my show, then hop back into it to give my mind rest. Because as a creative, if you're drilling, like just trying to keep coming up with ideas over ideas, it's only but so much looking at inspiration could do. It's just you could still see inspiration and still be stuck. So yeah, that I would say that's probably the biggest thing that I had to overcome.
That's true. What, bro? That creative block is so serious. Like I remember even before I was a graphic designer, and I hear about like artists, musicians, just creatives, creative block. I'm like, what the is that?
Yes.
What is that?
Yes.
But I feel it now. I'm like, what am I about to do?
Yeah. What would you say your hardest thing is?
I'll follow her. What you say?
I said, what would you say your hardest thing is?
My hardest thing is that something you just mentioned, like, I don't know how you said it, but like what the client wants, they don't know what they want. And then when you create a whole package, they come back and say they want to change it. I'd be like, you didn't even know none of this before I started. So it's hard for me. Like,
yeah. I've been through it like bad. Yeah. And it's like we could only do but so much. I feel like a lot of people, they're not as educated as they should be when it comes to knowing what a graphic designer is supposed to do. They think we're able to come up with colors and do the whole 9 yards. No, I need the verbiage for the flyer. I need some pictures to use, because they'll send you an example, and the example, whatever example they're referring to, it may have like a nice professional picture, like they have their whole, aesthetic going on, and then they come to you with a selfie, like, yeah, I want a flyer for this. Like, come on now. I ain't no magician, so.
Hocus pocus. It ain't no hocus pocus in here.
It's not.
No, for real though. Hit the arrow at the top. Give my girl Dawn Edits a follow. Okay, she's a nice graphic designer, nice woman. So, yeah, there's no magic being done here. And so, what I really became leery of was, when they come to you and they say the last person didn't do it right. No.
Yeah, that makes me feel weird, especially if I be like, oh, okay, let me see what they did, and it don't be nothing wrong, and I'm like, oh,
or you,
now what you want me to do?
Or you see what they did, and you're like, okay, but then you get the same pictures or videos given to you, and it's like, okay,
it's
now
only but so much. Yeah,
and
that's definitely hard.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. So we put a disclaimer out there. We're not talking about you, okay?
We're not
in general, okay, y'all. If you watch the replay, so this is kind of like a two-part question. So is mentorship big for you, and if so, who did you go to for help?
Okay.
Hey, Stacy.
Yes, mentorship is big for me. As I stepped into being an entrepreneur, my mentor was my dad.
Okay.
And my mom. They both help me in different areas. They help balance me out as an entrepreneur. So like my mom, she's an accountant, so she's into the numbers, more so the back end portion of being an entrepreneur. And then my dad, he's more like a creative. So he helps me with that side in terms of coming up with ideas, fine-tuning things. So I would say those were my mentors when I started. But over time, once I got to college and stuff, I built connections with my professors and people around campus. But my mentor now, she's actually a graphic designer as well. Her name is Draylin Graphics. Shout out to her. That's my girl. She's such a sweetheart, and we're both from the same area. And she always tells me, girl, you remind me so much of me when I was your age. So I feel like it doesn't hit any different. It hits so good knowing that I have a mentor that's in the same industry, because she understands the things I go through. If I'm over here venting about a client not liking the design to my mom or dad, they're not going to understand. Of course, they're going to sympathize, but they're not going to understand.
Right.
Or they may try to side with the client and not fully know what I'm going through. So I feel like I'm definitely big on mentorship. I actually plan on starting a nonprofit organization where I go to different schools to help promote entrepreneurship for the youth. I feel like now is the best time to do it, because entrepreneurship is way more accepted than it was. I know me when I was in school and elementary school, we was talking, teachers teaching us to be doctors and all those other enter all those other career fields. So yeah.
Shout out to mom and dad. Okay, first of all, shout out to mom and dad. So it looks like I followed Jalen. So we got a visitor. Sorry. Oh. Okay, I was on mute for a second there.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna keep it going though.
Yeah, I'm like, thank you. Hey, Play Money, welcome in everybody. Okay.
Yes,
so,
hey y'all.
Hey, this is the show Pixels and Perspectives, where it's two graphic designers, entrepreneurs, speaking about graphic design, just giving you tips and just what we've gone through. So yes, kids every day. Yeah. So and so take some nuggets from this, even take notes. On any show that you see me do, even the Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast, we're shooting it live and in person again tomorrow, okay? And you can go on YouTube and watch that Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast, okay? So we want to work smarter and not harder for money, okay? So that's what it is. So Okay, I was just saying that I follow Jalen, so I'm gonna have to tap in with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the algorithm only shows you so many people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know, I felt like our community, I feel like the past year, our community grew a lot. I feel like beforehand, it was like you could kind of feel out like, oh, okay, even if I don't connect with that person, I heard of it, or like they came up on my feed and stuff. But I feel like now the community has expanded because a lot of graphic designers are teaching other graphic designers. So it's adding on from that. And then now you got TikTok teaching people how to do stuff, people maximizing off of YouTube, going on there. So it's definitely growing each and
Yes.
every day.
Yes. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Christina. That's true. Like, so I started this journey like probably a year before the pandemic. I
Mm-hmm.
had started doing this thing called the Rule of Five, and so that's praying and meditating, reading, listen to audio teachings, write and review your dreams and goals, and exercise. Miss, are you Miss Plush or is
Yes, that's my
oh.
last name. I love you too,
Oh,
Chris.
okay. Hey, Chris, the official. So hit that arrow at the top. Give my girl Dawn a follow. Give me a follow if you're a guest here. I'll follow you back when I get off the live, okay? But yeah, so like a year before the pandemic, and so it kind of was like it prepared me
Mm-hmm.
to be let go because I did get let go, and I was not sad about it. I was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ready.
That's amazing.
What'd you say?
I said that's amazing. I always tell people like, when one door closes, best believe it's another door open already. You may not see it right away, but it's open for you. So
Exactly. And people they get fear of failure. How could you fear something that's made up? Hello, okay. And if you never fail, you never attempted to do anything. So you only got to see the step in front of you. Like everybody think, oh, I gotta go quick, or I gotta make it in 1 week. But just take that next step right in front of you that you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, and so. Yeah, don't let me get the speaking on here. But okay, so my last question is, if you had to start a new business today, totally different from what you're doing, but you only had $100 investment, what are you starting?
$100.
$100.
Selling hair. I'm gonna sell hair. I could drop ship. I be telling my clients to do it too. I might as well. I could sell hair. I could make all my graphics for it, and just start off with that. I feel like $100, but then again,
I think that was a good.
I'm trying to think. I did want to. If I do sell hair, I would want to get samples though. I don't think $100 is gonna cover samples, but I could possibly buy a vendor from a trusted person, and then it could weigh out. So
It could weigh out. That's true. Yeah, they don't get me started on the vendors and the people. Okay.
Yeah.
But that was a good idea because a lot of people that I ask that question, they'll say like, oh, well, I would do drop shipping. You know, so the drop shipping part is a good idea. So it's 5 people on here. If you're stuck in that job, if you're tired of being broke, if you need something new this year, you want more in 24, watch these episodes, get the tips. And how she said she would start drop shipping. Look into drop shipping. Even you can drop ship through Amazon. You don't have to have a single product on hand.
Yes.
Do something different this year. If you want to go somewhere different. Hey, the girl TC.
Hey,
like,
girl.
Hey. So hit that arrow at the top. Give my girl Donna a follow, okay?
Thank you.
I feel like this is like my home girl, like my
I know,
right? But I'm on here. Hey, Crystal. So thank you for coming on here. We appreciate you. And so if you have anything else for the people, a tip, anything that you would want to tell them before we go.
I would definitely say keep going. That's my tip. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Like, it's going to be times where it get hard, whether if you're an entrepreneur or not. Like, I would say just keep going. Keep going. Write your goals down. Write them down. Look at them. Pray over them. Just keep going. Keep going. Whatever you're working towards, it's going to happen at the end of the day. So just keep going. Keep going.
Hey, Chantel, girl. Look, I'm on the
Thank
live.
you, my love. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, thank you for that inspiration. So one thing I would tell y'all is that you can, you will, and you must be demanding. You can because you're capable, you will because you're strong, and you must because they count on you. So drop it in the comments right now. Who is counting on you to have more in 24, to make a difference in their lives or in your life, right? I'm counting on me for financial freedom. My kids are counting on me to lead by example. It's not always what's taught, it's what's caught. My family, my community, and my boss friends are counting on me for generational health, wealth, and mindset. So somebody is counting on you to serve your purpose, to stop hanging out with the wrong people, to
Yeah.
stop with the negativity. I'm preaching.
Yes.
Okay, stop all that. Serve your purpose and help others. Because once you find your purpose, it will include helping others, right?
Absolutely.
So thank you for coming on down, girl.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Good night.
Good night. Thank y'all.